Alright guys, gonna do an unboxing video today. Let's see if this works. I'm Justin, K3EE. This is Blackbeard's Radio. Thank you so much for watching. Today we're, as the thumbnail shows, we're gonna be unboxing my new camera. I got a Sony ZV-E10. That's what it looks like. I hadn't opened the box yet. Hopefully this will be the last video I ever film on my iPhone. I'm sure my iPhone and tablet will still come into it when I need multiple camera angles. But let's open this box up. The box sounds kind of rattly. I don't like that. I picked this camera because it has a detachable lens. So it has a Sony E-class lens, so you can buy additional lenses and you're not just stuck with the point and shoot lens. Little known fact about me, but at one point in my life I actually owned a photography company, and all of those cameras are really old and don't work at this point in life. I didn't know it came with a neck strap, so that's a neck strap. Nice and branded. No clue what this is. Battery probably. So maybe it was just the peripherals bouncing around. Yep. So that would be the battery. I think this is a dead cat for the mic. Yep. So it goes over the mic shoe and clips in, and that way you got a dead cat on the mic to eliminate all of your hard wind noises and such. Charging block. That's a new one. The battery does not have direct charge. So I guess with this charging block, you plug the camera in to charge it. That's disappointing. USB-C cable. And now the camera. The rest of the box is empty. I picked this camera, like I said, it's got a detachable lens. The lens that comes on it is a 16-50, which is pretty standard for most lenses. You can see the internal mic and the dead cat clips on it this way to cover up the mic. I won't be using it. I'll be using my DJI Mic 2s. So yeah, you can see the top of it, on-off switch, button switch, selector wheel, zoom for your digital feature, and then of course the lens itself will have zoom and autofocus. Button for removing the lens is down there. It's a full sensor lens, full sensor camera in this tiny little form, which is neat. It's got a 3-inch screen that does bend around and fold, so you can actually look at yourself and see what you're shooting. It also rotates around, and that way you can look at it there. I've never held one of these in person. They have great reviews, and I like the fact that the lens was detachable and I can buy different lenses for it. The big selling points for me for this camera, on top of the lens being replaceable, it is 20 megapixel camera, but it is also, it shoots video in 4K. So that's pretty neat. Makes me pretty happy to think about that, because obviously being a YouTube guy, I need 4K. I don't need 4K, but I plan on actually downrating my filming not to 4K, so it's not as big of a data file. I also have a battery a secondary battery. When you're filming, the batteries only have about a 2-hour life cycle, and that's at peak performance. So I did get a second battery for it. Again, apparently I still have to buy the battery charger separate. That way I don't have to charge the batteries through the camera, and I'll be able to actually have them charged. And the other thing I got is a creator accessory kit. And I'm sorry Best Buy put all this stuff, big giant stickers all over it, but this one's taped closed at the top. Let me get out my handy dandy rope wrench. Thank you, Benchmade, for providing wonderful rope wrenches. If anybody in the world wants to sponsor my video, I would love it if it was Benchmade. So inside the kit comes a little tripod, a 64 gigabyte card, which seems kind of small, but it's a class something or other, class 10 probably. Memory card. Also have some 512s and a couple 256s laying around. And this box is probably the best packed box I've seen yet. So this is a tripod, but it connects Bluetooth remotely. It does not extend. It is just this. But what it gives you is you can switch modes, you can take photos, and you can start your recording and activate your zoom. And I don't know what the C1 button is for it yet. So I can operate the camera while holding this. If I need to start and stop things, then I can actually do it while holding this. So I thought that was a neat trick, pretty cool. I don't know how functional it really is in real life. I'll let you know more as I get into it. But that's it. So yeah, hopefully this will be the last video I film on my iPhone. Everything else after this will be primarily filmed with that Sony camera. It's the whole reason I got it. The big draw to doing it for me is not only having great audio and great video, which the iPhone has too, but it is separate storage from my iPhone universe, or my Apple universe, excuse me. I completely filled up with videos and editing and whatever else. I filled up 200 gigabytes of cloud storage with just videos. And I forgot how data heavy editing videos and pictures was. So I quickly ran out of space to put it all. And what you don't think about is when you make the video, you have the initial video, and then you import the video to software that you are going to edit the video in, and then it duplicates it. So if it's a 1 gigabyte video, the second you import it, it's another gigabyte. And then when you edit it, you trim it down, trim some fat here or there, all the breaks and the cuts, and you know, I give a lot of live action bloopers. I have one guy that's really upset he hadn't seen me hit myself in the head with my camera lately. But all the stuff you get cut out, it gets thinned. But then when you add music and you add transitions, it all fills back up. But then once you export the finished file, it's another gigabyte. So if one video that is 1 gigabyte, by the time it's done, you end up with 3 gigabytes. And I forgot about how intensive that was on any machine that it's going to operate. So I wanted to get a camera to get all that stuff out of my Apple universe. And that way I could free up my iCloud storage, free up my phone, so I don't completely crowd it. So here we are. And then, you know, it's a great replacement. It's better than my iPhone 14 Pro in all the marks. And I can get a different lens if I want to do telephoto stuff. So cool. Anyway, I'm Justin, K3EE. This has been Blackbeard's Radio, and thanks for watching the unboxing of my Sony ZV-E10 something. I don't know. My new Sony camera. All right, guys. I appreciate you. Later.